See here. Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm on a few minutes early. That's on purpose because letting people know that the stream exists. So I thought I'd jump on a few minutes early and let them know that, well, we're going to talk for a few minutes before everybody gets on about what it is I'm going to be doing in prepping this game. Let's see here. So I am messaging the players. Okay, hope everyone is okay this evening. I'm doing pretty good. It's been a pretty good day. Um, Sled, come on, five. Use to use this link. Yada yada yada. Okay, and then we're going to put it onto Twitter because Twitter might actually be interested. We'll see. We'll find out, won't we? We will find out. I don't think anyone else is on at the moment, so it's fine. Right. Streaming. Streaming book. 3. Chapter 1 of the Crescendo campaign. The Dragon's Fire. That's probably going to sound really, really, really dumb, but oh well. Come on, and hey, Corey's here. Let's get her on. Corey, you need to add your mic. Do. Um, and your mic. All right, so while she figures that out, um, here's how I prep. So first things first, I need to have a writing utensil because let's see if I can put her on. No, I think she signed off. Okay, so that's fine for the moment. So I believe it's just going to be Melanie and Raphael playing with us today. So first things first, right? Need a writing utensil. Let's grab that. Pencils are the instruments of choice for crescendo, at least for me, because I screw things up a lot. All right, so first things first, I'm going to take a look at the locale that we're going to start out in. So my actual journal. Um, some of the players, like Credo, use an actual, like, Google Doc. I am very old school in that sense. I don't do that. Instead, I instead I use a notebook, a real notebook. It's one. Just checking Discord to make sure that Curry's all right because she was about to come on and then dropped off. All right, so first thing I do, I go through the last 3 histories of the locale they're in. So they are currently in. At some point I'll do a live explaining where everything has been and why what the first 2 books have been about. For the moment, all you need to know is that they are in a zombie city with a dragon, possibly though, well, with a dragon that's been corrupted and may show up and eat them at any moment. So happy times. So they are in Soda City, SOTA, SOTA, not soda as in, you know, soda water or any of that. So anyway, I checked the last three. I checked the last 3 histories on the locale. And so the last three are the dragon was kidnapped by the bride, elves and androids um, were unable to stop her. So the bride is a vampire, like as it's like she's like a child vampire. She serves the dark god Eus, who is actually one of the moons of this particular world. And so she kidnapped the dragon. Nobody's, at least I don't think it is here. All right, so that's the first, so that's the furthest back piece of history we have. Now we've got the battle captain, a Death Knight, has taken control of the zombie hordes in Soda City. Defenses are now thin. So the battle captain has showed up, and I believe Curry can be added in. All right, see here. Hey!
Just had to switch browsers.
Oh my dear Lord, I need to turn down that volume. Help me. Hello. How do I do this? I am totally tech illiterate. It has been way too long.
Has been.
It's been a hot minute. I was kind of explaining to them how I prep. It's not really prep, um, in the sense that most people have it as. Um, so I basically I go through the histories. So the dragon was kidnapped by the bride. Elves and androids were unable to stop her. Um, then I got the battle captain. The Death Knight has taken control of the zombie hordes. Defenses are thin. And then the third one and the most recent one are elves have sent reinforcements. It's barely enough. So the volume on your end is very, very, very high, which is not necessarily, is that, let's try doing this. Oh, I can lower it. Mwahaha. No, I can't lower it. It won't let me do it. I can't shut you up. Whoop, she's gone. I must have offended. Oh well, probably didn't. But anyway, she'll probably be back on in a second. Anyway, so those are the three. Those are our three. Those are our three histories for the locale. Um, let's try this again. Here she comes.
Don't worry,
Hello.
I was like, I can fix this, and no, I clicked off of the whole damn thing.
Of course. I mean, that's the way it goes. I assumed I just pissed you off. That's just what I assumed.
Totally. I was like, I'm done with this shit.
Absolutely.
Whoa.
It didn't even take 5 minutes. It didn't even. It didn't take 5 minutes. And now, all right, try it now. Let's see if I
Right now,
can keep talking.
I'm talking.
Okay, keep going.
All right.
Okay, that should be
Blogga
good.
blogga.
Blah, 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 blah. All right, that should be good. All right, cool. Um, all right, so we're just waiting on Roos, and then we'll get started. So for the moment, I was just saying that I go through the histories, and it looks like you're in your basement.
Yeah, cause I moved to the basement, and
We get to see your horror movie basement. That's what I honestly thought the first time I went down there. I was like, wow, a really good horror film could be
well,
shot
see,
here.
it doesn't look like the horror movie no more.
I don't know. There's
It's
I mean
it
it's better. It's
it's still
better.
work in progress.
Oh my gosh, those stairs about killed me the last time I was there with that stupid bike. I thought I was gonna die.
Well, the stairs are fixed now.
Oh good. They'd still kill me. Those were scary. The darkness is take. Oh goodness, it's not creepifying at all. Eh, and it's locked up on top of it. Ah, you're somewhere else, out of the
I'm in the
basement.
kitchen. In the kitchen now. I just had to run down to grab my sheets.
Oh yeah, the stuff that we haven't been able to touch in actually an appreciably long time. Um, well, let's see here. We'll give we'll give Bruce another 5 minutes, and then we'll get started. Unless, of course, he's messaged. Oh, he said he was going to be here. Bruce. We're starting in 5. Anyway, yeah, we'll just do that. So, anyway, but yeah, I was just. Oh, she's gone too. I'm just alone talking to myself.
Down here, you're
All
talking to me.
alone. All alone.
I can hear
Abandoned.
you.
That's it. Yeah, now she shows up after I'm complaining about being abandoned.
Well, I was grabbing my dice.
Oh yeah. Oh, people. It is you mean the dice that are totally not cheats at all.
Totally not.
Totally not. Not cheats in the
I
slightest.
totally didn't rig them.
You totally didn't. It was funny watching my wife watch you roll those. That was funny. That was great. She's like, I want to see these. And then she just watches, just like, okay, this is gross. This is gross. Just stupid luck. We'll see how that holds tonight. Oh, um, yeah. So this is like, I don't know if I've ever seen it, but this is like, oh, Bruce is here. Bruce is here. Let me get him added. I actually have to add him. There we go.
Yes.
Hey, man.
Can you hear me?
I
Yep,
can.
hear you.
I want
Hello.
to say something, and I don't mean offense by this. You do not look like how I pictured either one of you. I am sorry.
Well, wait. How did you picture me?
I'm
How's
not
that
gonna
supposed
lie.
to be?
I'm not gonna lie, dude. I pictured a guy with a mullet.
You
Mullet.
pictured a guy with a mullet.
Yes. I don't know why.
I may just kick you off. I can do that, I can do that on this
Nathan with the
platform.
mullet. Okay.
No, but I don't want it. Like, okay, here.
See, like Tasha.
This?
Tasha, she looks like I pictured. Like Tasha looks exactly like how I pictured. You
I
look
mean,
like
I have long hair. I just don't have a
that's
freaking
what I'm saying.
mullet.
I kind of assumed a mullet or like short hair. That's what I assumed.
Why would you assume a mullet? Do you
don't
want
know.
your? That's terrible.
I have a high and tight haircut, and I wasn't even in the airborne.
Ew. I can't. I tried doing those, and it was so uncomfortable. I was in the military. I was basically doing a haircut every week and a half. I hated it. I hated every second of it.
Well, my
So,
dad was 101st Airborne, so I grew up with that haircut. So
well, yeah, that sounds about right. If your dad's airborne, you're probably going to grow up with a high and tight.
I grew up
I
with
mean-
a high. I grew up with a high and tight, and I grew up shit talking every other airborne division other than the 101st. So
That sounds accurate. I mean, yes, that doesn't surprise me. It's sort of like how I shit talk the Navy now when I'm at work. For anyone who watches this later, who's from Navy IT, you guys suck, all of you.
Okay, but the thing is the Navy asks for it themselves. They put their boots
do.
in their mouths.
Well, they also put all their best people on the ships.
well, do you want to know? Well, do you want to know something about the Navy? They wear their name tags on the back of their pants so you can see who you're fucking.
Oh my God,
They
it's
don't
true.
They don't call it down Periscope for a reason.
That is true. That is very true.
Oh God! Before the Navy gets on the call, I'm gonna have some admiral get on here and be like, "You little shits."
Well, I mean, it's not my fault. The admiral is drowning in semen.
No comment. No comment whatsoever.
That's why
Oh
all they have is sea cucumbers.
my god.
You know, there was a fucking time where I was outside of a Kroger down where I live. There was a group of Marines getting donations. I gave them a Crayola packet.
That is amazing. You actually did God's work there. They
I mean,
seriously like
I gave them like $5, and then the Crayola packet. They laughed their asses off. It was great.
Hey, that's a treat to them.
amazing. It is. They love it. They love it. You should keep doing that.
They
You should
get
keep doing that.
excited. They get excited when you ask them what color they love.
No.
My brother doesn't. My brother just kind of gives me this look like, really? Seriously? You're cracking the Crayola jokes? Like, yes. I regret nothing. I regret nothing at all. Nothing. All right, let's get this started here. So I read the last three pieces of history. You guys read your beliefs and traits and all that, and we will get started.
No. I did one thing wrong. Colonel.
You don't have your sheet.
I have to do it every introduction. I am an asshole.
You are. I even made it my username, and you won't frickin' shut up about it. Even then, even when I put it up there, it doesn't matter. Roos won't let me live it down.
That's me. But
Yeah,
you love me. You keep me around at least.
I will find this for legal reasons, for the same DoD people. This is a joke. I will find you, and you'll find out why you've been kept around.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt.
Don't worry, buddy. I love you too.
Yeah. All right, so here's what we got. Soda City. The dragon was kidnapped by the bride. Elves and androids were unable to stop her. 2, the battle captain, a death knight. Thanks for that, by the way, Bruce or Jesse, or however you want to put it. Like, thanks for the battle captain. That was beautiful. As I guess as part of like a campaign history thing, the last thing he does in book 2 is he's like, I'm gonna go shank my old captain. I'm gonna go kill him. I'm gonna go kill my old captain.
I left that on a good bullet point when I said I had no use for weakness in the kingdom. I was right.
But now he's come back as a werewolf death knight. Actually, I forgot about that part. It's a werewolf death knight. It's not even a death knight. It's a werewolf. Like, dear God, what have you done? Anyways, taking control of the zombie hordes. Defenses are thin, and then the most recent piece of history are elves have sent reinforcements. It's barely enough. So those are our 3 most recent pieces of history. Melnie. So Roos is Melnie. I can never pronounce the full name, so I just say Melnie because I've just refused to even attempt to learn it. Why don't you go off with your beliefs and traits, and then your blah blah blah, then your scruples.
Where the hell is my? Can she go first? I'm still trying to make sure mine's in the right place.
Your sheet. Get moving. All right, go. All right. Sorry, Tasha. You're up on deck.
Yeah, no.
I'm confused. Where's my shit?
So my traits are cautious, curious, annoyed. And the new ones are...
You got sassy on there, too.
Yeah, and sassy.
Yep. Those are your 5 traits. And then for your beliefs.
My beliefs, ones I have wrote down, is I reflect the pain and sorrow onto the zombies.
Hold up. You updated that one, and it was awesome. Don't you remember it? That was great.
No, that one is now switched to... Give me a sec, I have it in...
It's fine. Jesse's dying on us. Or someone is, with that cough. Someone's dying. I've got it written down here. I mean, it was freaking amazing. I can drop it for you in the chat. I can read that one out loud while I get it over to you. But the one I've got for you is the first one I've got for you is no God or fate has the right to break what a friend's love protects. If the heavens test my friend, then I'll stand tall and test the heavens right back. Just some of the most badass shit I've ever heard for a
It was
belief.
so beautiful. I was thinking on it, and I
That's
was like,
awesome.
and like when you were like, "Are you changing a belief?" And I was like, and I was thinking on it, and I was debating it, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go for it.
It was awesome. It was great. I love that. I
And
mean,
then when I was writing it, I was like, I hope this fits, and I
are you
wrote it just
kidding me?
right, and he'll be mad at me if I don't. But anyways, I'll just give him the chat, and
I am
I'll
a problem like
I'll
that.
I'll see if he has a problem with it. If not, I'll
I'm
just
not
go
gonna.
with it.
I'm not gonna lie. My jaw actually dropped. Like I was like, oh my god, that's beautiful. Like I was actually taken aback by how good that was.
And I it's just something about that whole scene, and I was like, I gotta play at it, because no
Oh yeah,
person sits there and tells off a god like a badass.
it was so badass. All right, so let's go with your second belief. I think you and I are up to date on 2 and 3.
Yeah, which is, we may be powerless to stop the chaos, but we still give it meaning. To witness is to honor the unseen, so they don't have to fight alone. And then the other ones,
Awesome.
to endure the reckoning, walk in harmony, the watchers see all.
Yep. Okay. And then what have you got for? Got a scruple in here. I believe it's just don't reveal the secrets of the labyrinth, and then you've been told to retake Soda City.
Yeah, that's the only two
Okay.
I've got.
Okay. All right, Melanie, your turn. You got it?
Well, my freaking thing finally loaded like it was supposed to. I have to ask
Oh.
because I missed the last session, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
Did we ever update my stuff? Because I swear you said we changed one of mine, but I don't know what it is because I don't see any edits on my sheet to them. Because I remember last time. I remember last time. That wasn't the captain being stabbed. It was I allowed the dragon to burn the armies to keep the officers there. So I swear, didn't I say at one point the belief I was willing to do anything to make the kingdom prosper? Did I say that, or am I just thinking of something else?
You did not say that, but it sounds like something you would say. So on the one hand, no, you didn't. But on the other hand, that's awesome. So let's figure out which belief to replace that with.
Do you have my old ones written down? Because I'm trying to find them. I think they were on my sheet, but I don't think I edited them like I thought I did.
That's all right. I've got them written down, but it's really messy. So I've got I have gone against the rules of the blade twice, using it to cause violence against those not deemed worthy. I follow the prince, so I may have a single chance of redemption. I mean, honestly, you haven't seen the prince in the last 6 months, and that's because he's dead.
Oh yeah, the femboy elf.
Yeah. Femboy elf's gone. At least he's gone for the moment.
I would say that one would probably be changed at that point. Correct?
Okay, cool. Yep. Let's go over the other two that I've got.
Yeah.
Over the incredibly thin and unfortunate notebook paper that y'all's sheets, what's left of them, have been in place since day one. Rips and all. Rips and tears, and like this is my record of y'all stuff. Okay, so then I've got, for the second belief, I brought my abomination son into this world. I must stick by him.
Oh, yeah, stick by my son's side. I remember that one.
And then the third one is I will stand by my sword. I will stand against the Watchers if need be. I don't think those bottom two are anywhere near tapped out. I
Oh,
don't
no,
think
they're
they're
not.
anywhere near. Not even close. So why don't we rewrite the first one and then I mean you've been on that one for like I think it's been 4 sessions, so we'll give you forfeit for that
Okay.
for rewriting that one. So what do you want to rewrite? So what's the incident? What's the thing? What's the thing which got you to change your mind?
I came outside onto the balcony and I observed the dragon as it flew over. It immolated the entire standing army. There was a blaze of an idea within my brain as I remembered my days as the captain of the mercenary or the assistant captain of the mercenary unit, and realized very quickly that the higher ups needed to be kept safe because now I knew I held power over them because they no longer had an army to try and threaten me with.
Okay, so that's so I wrote down, I observed the dragon obliterating the armies. That's just what I'm going to put down for the moment. Obviously, you write, like, as long as we sort of agree on what that's. So what's the lesson that you derived from this? What's the thing, what's the takeaway? What's the takeaway, oh, King Melny?
In every situation, you can always twist it to your own ends.
All right, in every situation.
AKA Machiavellian Politics 101.
Oh, yeah. Can always twist it to your own ends. Someone sounds like they're dying. Is it
That is
someone?
me.
That's
Why
not
do you
me.
sound like you're dying?
That's not me this time.
Because I had a freaking flu or feet or cold recently.
Dear Lord, man, you sound terrible.
Oh, that's not the worst part. You should have heard my voice.
Oh, lovely.
Hello, arm waving.
LJ, oh, get off! No, ew, LJ, get off! No, no, get off!
Okay,
Oh,
see,
dear God.
I'm gonna say this.
Horrified.
I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna lie. The haircut he has, I kind of pictured you with too when I first heard your voice. I don't know.
He's
why.
actually a staff sergeant, though. He's actually Army now.
Still in Army, not in Army anymore.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Definitely not in Army anymore.
He would have to have something similar to this.
I would actually
if I
have
was not in
to.
the Army,
I
I would not have this haircut.
I would have to have it tighter, actually. So that's like I basically be bald at the bottom because I can't do it. It's just it takes the hair grows back too fast. Anyway, and then you've got hi. So we've got don't reveal the secrets of the labyrinth for your and use the sword to restore Soda City as you die. All right, so let's get this show on the road. It's been about 7 months since the last time we were with our heroes, Raphael and Melny. During that time, y'all have basically either been in Soda City fighting with the eternal zombie hordes that seem to be coming out from the bottom of the city that nobody really knows what to do with because there's just so many of them. Or you've been recovering from it. Like, it's my general assumption that everything that's been happening has been about this oncoming stream of undead flesh, which doesn't make any sense at all.
I'm assuming you've all seen it before, but you know the cover of Doom, like the old cover of Doom? I assume that's what I'm doing.
You don't have the wait, what? Guys, I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
You good?
Everything spikes. 1 second.
You good? Yeah, I did not expect him to have long hair. I'm not gonna lie.
It works for that.
So yeah, I won't lie. I pictured him with shorter hair or like a mullet. That's not a joke.
Yeah, no, I met him when he had short hair.
I bet that was a sight to behold.
Yeah, it was a reckoning when he got his long hair. It's like, wait, is that really you?
All right, sorry about that, guys. Okay, so all right, so the latest piece of history is that the elves have finally sent reinforcements. So that's our event. So they've sent new reinforcements, and you guys are being deployed with them to, go in and keep fighting the good fight, so to speak. So, what kind of goals do you guys want to have for this particular session?
We have to fight the elves.
Well, no. The elves are helping you because they're
Okay,
helping you against.
Okay, so they're helping us, then we kill them after they help us win. Got it. Understood.
Sure.
Machiavellian politics.
That's not going to bite you in the ass at all.
Everything's already bit me in the ass. See, what I was going to say is we just need to figure out where the zombies are coming from.
I mean, you would do that if it wasn't for the fact that, like, the sheer number of them is just overwhelming. Like, just utterly, like, there's just so many of them, you can't. Nobody can figure anything out because there's just so many of them and they don't seem to stop.
Yeah, I just imagine I'm on a pile of corpses like frickin' Doom guy from the old cover.
Yeah, that's more or less it. Except they're moving. So what? I'm assuming that Melanie's going to be doing his attempts at figuring out who he can manipulate and who he can't.
I would say yes, but it's also more or less I'm trying to navigate this while trying to solve a crisis. Very delicate matter.
Okay, so figure out new people and staying alive is part of it. So figure out new recruits.
I'm not freaking what's his face who died like 15 times already.
Alistair's died twice. Thank you. Twice.
He's Australian. It's like 7 times. Like 7 lives in Australia.
What sort of goal do you want to have for Raphael, Tasha?
Probably using my sass and keeping the soldiers up.
Keeping the soldiers what?
Morals up.
Okay, so I like that. Using sass for comedy and morale.
I mean, I wrote a new poem for what the history that you gave us.
Wait, what?
The history you just gave us?
Yeah.
I wrote a new one.
Where? Where'd you drop it?
I didn't drop it.
Oh my goodness. What the heck is...
Hear?
I've got like a huge thing in my Discord.
Oh, that's for tomorrow.
Oh, okay. All right. You wrote an entire poem just now. Okay, go.
Yes.
Just go. I want to hear this. I want to hear the poem.
the dead arose. Their hollow eyes were mercy froze. But from the woods came silver flames, the elves who whispered every name. Their arrows sang, our rifles roared. Side by side we cut the horde. In moonlit fields where shadow bleed, we learn the living still wake the dead. Now hope's walks where sorrow's sorn, elves and soldiers, flesh and bone.
I hate you. That's so freaking good. I love that. Did you put that somewhere where I can? It. Yeah, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, we can all just put that as a bullet point in our journals. Like
Yeah,
I'm
no,
perfectly.
I can drop it in. I can drop it.
No, please do. Please do. That was really, really cool.
Can I just
That was
say,
awesome.
Can I just say, Tasha does that all the time. In my DCC campaign, her
I know.
first roll as a wizard, she got a damn 36. Okay?
And now she's sitting over here writing impromptu poetry while we're talking.
Hey,
Awesome.
what can I say? I tried to liven it up, okay?
You succeed. You succeed. So anyway, we'll drop that in, and I'll get that into my journal later. But oh, hello Discord. Good Lord, I'm definitely putting that in. Okay, so which one of you two wants to go first?
You want to
Don't
go
both
first
of you
this time?
volunteers. Two of you.
I don't know. I'm not one to volunteer most of the time, so I don't know.
Neither of you are. It's
I'll go first
fantastic.
this time.
Yeah, that's what happens when you have two players who don't like to volunteer.
I'll go first this time.
I need 5 volunteers. For what? I need 4 volunteers. That's how it feels with you two.
Hey, but
All
we
right.
made a memorable game.
Oh, that's so true. That is so true. That's absolutely true. So we're gonna be like, we're gonna be on the front lines. And one of the things that the both of you have figured out, especially Raphael, is that elves are really temperamental. They don't look it, but like if they get sad, they don't get sad, they get depressed. And if they get angry, they get really, 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 really mad. It takes a lot to do that, but like in general, Raphael, because of the beliefs that you have, I'm just sort of weaving that in, and along with the goal. You just notice that they can just get a little uptight sometimes. So you guys are down, towards the bottom of the city and showing the new recruits, and you are just watching as they're like, you're kind of watching their eyes glass over. Like again, you've been up until this point for the last 6 or 7 months, you've been around elves constantly. And as a human, you eventually start to figure out, no, they don't all actually look alike. And two, they do actually have their own ways of showing emotion. And so it's really become apparent to you as time has gone on just how they're not a terribly jolly people. So you're kind of watching these particular ones. And like you don't really know Elvish yet. That if you want to learn Elvish, that's a skill you can pick up and all of that. But as you're looking, you can tell these. I mean, these are baby elves. You finally figured out how to tell the baby elves. The new fresh meat from the old vets, and these are babies. All of them are brand new. They just came out of their fancy little swords academies up in the Ring of Tears. They think they know what fighting is. They think they know what war. Yeah, oh my dear God. This is not what they thought they were signing up for, because the walls of flesh are relentless. And they can tell from just a few minutes in that this is different. This is not a war. This is something very, very, very different. So you're just kind of watching, like their eyes just kind of going, like again, they're elves, so it's not like they're like showing strong amounts of emotion or whatever, but you can tell. they're really, really, really uptight, and they're really, really unhappy with the tour that they've signed up with for like the next 400 years, if who's counting. So they're clearly not they're clearly not okay. What do you do?
Well, I guess I'd make myself speak loud enough to hear these youngins
Babies.
and be like, hey Moon Crown, drop the frown. We're knee deep in rot, not a royal gown. Your arrows fly fine, your hair will still shine, but try again, it won't break your spine. The dead don't care for Aiden's grace, they chew that smug right off your face. So laugh a little, drink this brew, we'll raise some hell, then raise you too. Now string your bow and shake that pride, we fight together side by side. The horde won't know what hit their ranks, elves and soldiers, sass and tanks.
Why about the end? Like, you've also noticed that elves are very much so snobs with their music. Very much. They're very much snobs with their rhymes. But even by the end, they're kind of a couple of them are looking at you as you're going like, seriously, this is the best shit you can come up with. Like, this is what really. But a couple of them are kind of smiling ruefully, kind of like how I smile at all the dad jokes that everybody tells me that I should enjoy, but they just kill my soul. They're kind of smiling at like that. A couple start chuckling, and one of the very youngest ones says to the others, "He really isn't that bad. He just isn't." And the others kind of shoot him this look like, "How dare you?" Like, how dare you? Sort of thing. Like, how dare you acknowledge this stupid human with his stupid rhymes?
Look, you're babies. I'm a grown man, and I've been a time or two to slaughtering things. So
one of them takes out a grape, tosses it in the air, and cuts it in half on the way down, and says, "Oh, you think you're something?"
well, I mean, I've told off a god and literally told him to go fuck yourself. You're not going to intimidate me.
Everyone else kind of, what? Hey, you see a couple of the older elves just kind of sigh and go, "Oh, geez, here we go."
Do you need me and Junior to come down and help you?
Sure, come on down and help with the baby's elves. The
Baby
baby.
elf.
Look, I'm just saying, you know what they say, to teach a baby to swim, you toss it in the pool. We can
Junior
help.
might teach him a thing or
The
two.
pool of undead.
Maybe eat a
Exactly.
few of them.
So as you're doing that, down comes the abomination. Now, for the purposes of whatever future audience, because there isn't one right now, that we will have, could you please explain what exactly Junior is, Jesse? Could you give us the like, I don't know, the biographical sketch? I'll try and draw it while you're doing it, and we'll put it up for the camera to admire my crappy
Junior
drawing.
is an eldritch abomination I once summoned from the outer planes by complete accident under a blood moon. He is well over 10 feet tall, a completely skinned humanoid figure with sinuous muscle, all exposed, dripping blood constantly. 3 heads adorn his neck, all of them skinned in various states of decomposition. One is a complete bleached skull, the other one is one of complete muscle and sinew, and the other one is a rotting face with flesh falling off.
Okay, hold up.
As well as the 4 arms. that extend from his torso.
Oh, I forgot about the Goro arms. Damn it, I forgot about those. Hold up. This is gonna look terrible because I'm just like trying to like draw it really quick. We're of course going to have one of them giving a middle finger because why not? This is a completely terrible and quick sketch, but you know, that's kind of what I pictured in my head. That's what I think of. Just this like, you know, so 3. Anyway, so this abomination before God and man comes down. Do you ride on his back? Like, what do you do? He's got the wings now.
I'm standing on his shoulder, like with one knee up, Captain Morgan style, with my arms crossed.
Of course you are. Of course you are.
And just to add it even more to the cinematic universe, I have a cloak that's just billowing in the breeze.
Of course you do. Well, the old timers are used to Junior by now, and they're like, whatever. But the baby recruits are like, swords are coming out. They're like, what is this abomination before God and man? What is this thing? And they are just...
I just literally look down at them and I go, this is my son. I do not appreciate you talking down to him.
There's what in the world? While you're like,
well, when a human and an elder's abomination love each other very much.
I have this image in my head, and it involves a lot of blood. A lot of blood. Pools, really. Anyway, okay. We're just gonna move on. So as you, no, that pretty much did it. Good God. So as you're like, they're coming down, they're like, oh my goodness, and the elders are like, you know, calming them down. They're like, this is just one of the people that fight. This is one of the things that fights with us. It's never given us any actual trouble, but yeah, it is horrifically ugly and it smells terrible. Raphael, you notice in like in your peripheral, someone's like slinking around in the shadows. Like you don't really like when you look, whatever it is isn't there anymore. But there was definitely something there just a minute ago. You would swear there's actually something sneaking around. It's not like the zombies who, you know, like don't sneak around at all. Something is actually sneaking around down here in the land where things don't sneak.
So I noticed. So I noticed there's a shadowy figure in the shadows, right?
Yeah, a shadowy figure in the shadows.
Well, I guess I'd make the comment of, if you're sneaking up on me, sweetheart, at least make it worth my time. Otherwise, I start shooting before the flirting starts.
The elves are like, what? Whatever this thing is, it got past them. Like, it must have been just pure dumb luck that you saw it. It's gotta be. Like, there's no way it snuck up on them and it didn't sneak up on you.
Yeah, right?
That ain't right. That shouldn't be happening. Junior, of course, starts going, oh, someone, you know, all 3 of its heads, oh, someone's sneaking around, and one of them, you know, goes, well, I am hungry. And the third one goes, we don't know what it is. How could we know to eat it? And they start arguing.
Well,
I look down to Raphael and I go, Raphael, please capture whatever it is that's sneaking around, and if it's a tasty morsel, I'll feed it to Junior. It's either that or
so the baby elves are bannering.
Oh, the baby elves are, well, Junior's bantering amongst himself because he's got 3 heads and he can do that. The elves, meanwhile, are like, no one snuck up on us. What the heck are you talking about?
So
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Junior talking about how we know what to eat it and stuff.
Right. He would like to eat it. The
Okay.
elves are meanwhile denying that anyone could sneak up on them.
Well, I just wanted clarification because it sounded like
Sure.
it
Sure,
went
sure.
from Junior to okay. Now the elves are kind of bantering. How do you know? Yeah.
Sure, sure. No, sorry about that. No, it's the elves denied that anyone snuck up on them, even though you are very sure somebody did.
Well, I guess I'll look at Junior and go, look, the hunting we shall go.
Off you go. So you head down to about where you thought you saw it. Um, and you find placed quite conspicuously, like you can't miss it. Um, two medallions. One of them comes from the one of them comes from the Eastern Army that had been you know parked over at Soda Fortress, and the other one comes from the Western Army that had also been parked at Soda Fortress. These were high-ranking medallions. There's no way they could be here by accident. No one from either army ever made it this far before getting torched by the dragon. But there they are. Very, 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 very open. Like, it's right out there. It's impossible to miss. It's like someone left them for you.
Very interesting.
What do you do?
I guess I would inspect the medallions. Like, do I notice anything else?
What do you mean by inspect? Describe exactly what you're doing.
I probably pick them up and see if there's any scratches or blood or maybe a hint on how they got here. Because
Okay, sure.
in knowing the fact that these aren't here for out of nowhere, like
Sure. Yeah. Right. So when you pick him up, there's this sudden chill that goes down your spine, and you hear sort of back here in the back of your head, you feel more than hear this boy, all these voices, like it sounds like a whole bunch of voices, but they all eventually say the same thing, which is, "We wish to speak with you." And there's a couple. It's almost like static because there's all of these hundreds, possibly thousands of voices kind of stacking on top of each other. Like it's sort of like listening to like two or three musical tracks at once. You know, have you ever? I mean, have you ever had the misfortune of having one child listening to something and then someone turns on something else and you're
yeah,
like, oh my dear God, shut it off,
yeah.
please. Okay, it's like that, but it's thousands of them.
Baby shark did it.
Get off! Get off! Oh my God, get off! No, I will not have that. You
Guess
turn
my
that off.
I guess my
Turn that off.
I guess my response to that would be, oh great, talking jewelry. If you wanted a conversation, you could have skipped the whole spine chilling intro. I'm already listening, Sparkle Ghost.
There's a couple of again. It's not that it's talking. It's that there's all of these sounds that are try. It sounds almost like they're trying to sync up. Like there's just all of these like different voices that are saying all of these different things, and you really can't keep track of it all. You just simply can't do it.
Yeah.
It finally coalesces into, we don't mean you harm, but we do not wish to talk to you anywhere near the king and his three-headed monster. We want to talk to you tonight alone. We mean you no harm, but we will go nowhere near that that treacherous abomination of a king and his evil son. We will go nowhere near them.
Hmm. So they're talking about Junior.
Yeah, they don't want to go anywhere near Junior or King Melny. Neither one of them. So they want to talk to you. They don't mean you harm, but they're not going to go anywhere near him or near either one of them.
I'll probably. I can go one of two ways with this.
This is always a good sign.
I'll probably tell them that I bleed for my friends still standing when the smoke clears, and right now that's me. So unless you're handing out snacks or secrets, start talking before I drop you back in the dirt. Because their voices are coming through these medallions, and
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So you figured out at least that part. And one of there's again that infernal building up um, until finally this message coalesces out of whatever it is that they do not have the time to give you the information that you need right now. It takes too long for them to sync up with each other, and they will need more time and be not under pressure.
so I'll give you more time. I'll tell them, I'll give you more time, but it better be good and I'll be cautious about it too, because it's like, okay, look, obviously I need the information, some good information, and not just you want to talk
Yeah.
to me. Like,
Right. Right. No,
I don't
so
want to go on a wild goose chase, and
this
I
is
could
no
have
wild goose chase.
I could
This
have used
thing, yeah,
my time somewhere else, and
sure. It says that it says, well, will you meet with us tonight? And it lists a very specific location just outside the walls of Soda City. It's not that far, like it's not that far out of your way. And you realize that when it says this, it knows it, like the way it says it, you're like, wait a minute. I've been watched for a while because like it named a location that I have very, very easy access to. At especially come nightfall, like basically, I'll see you right outside your tent is essentially what it's saying, and it's like, wait a
okay,
minute.
well, I'll be there,
So
but don't expect me to be alone because I don't rule that way.
it says, as long as you don't bring the king or his abomination of a son.
Okay.
Well, hey, do you take the medallions with you, or are you leaving them?
I probably take them with me because that is my only form of communication with them
Sure.
currently.
So, okay.
But
So we're gonna jump.
I'd probably just put them in my bag because I don't need to be holding them.
Sure. Put them in your inventory. So we're gonna jump back to King Melny really quick. Raphael has gone a little bit longer than you expected. You don't think he actually went that far. You're actually pretty certain that he didn't. But like, it's been too long.
Oh, great. He's communicating with a god again. Shit. Like, I'm not even angry or worried or anything. I'm like an exacerbated parent who's just like, oh shit, he got into the pool again.
How was the time with the god? How was the time? But eventually he does come back, but it's disproportionate to the amount of time you expected, for sure. It definitely is. Do you ask him about it, or do you leave it alone?
I just simply look back and I'm like, should I go? Should I go? Is he communicating with a god, or is he talking to an immortal, or am I gonna walk in on him fabricating the universe somehow.
I mean, within a few minutes of you wondering that, Raphael comes up.
Look, I was just gonna say, technically, a guy died twice in his care, and now he's back for the third time.
Look
I
here.
don't know what happens when he's off by himself. I'm just inferring that it's weird.
Look here. Raphael in his downtime may tell a god off or two, or make friends with them and make deals and go, look, you're gonna do my bidding, or you're just gonna go fuck yourselves. Goodbye.
That's my point.
So as you're having this banter, you realize that one of the elves in particular isn't looking at Junior the way the others are. Like everyone else is disgusted. This one particular elf doesn't look disgusted. She looks more than vaguely, I'd say, turned on. More than vaguely. Like in one of those, like, okay, cool.
That's
Don't
not
tell me.
for you.
Don't tell me Dragon Bitch is back. Don't tell me.
Not yet. We're getting there.
I just literally look down and ask. Like you said, it was a she, right?
It is a she.
Well,
It is a she.
He is a prince, and arranged marriages are a thing.
Well, a little while after you leave, you guys start heading back up. There's for whatever reason, the zombies aren't coming out in this particular wave today. And on the way back, that particular female elf kind of sidles up to you two, which is weird. Like normally elves keep even the ones who've gotten used to, who've gotten used to you and who get used to Junior, they only get used, they don't sidle up. So she's sidling up and she looks up at you and she says, that must have been a very interesting summoning ritual that you did.
I have my hands behind my back and I look down to her and I go, honestly, I just said some random words under a blood moon and he showed up. And then I just kind of think about it for a second and I'm like, there was one time I encountered some supernatural stuff when I was young and I was drunk. So I'm kind of wondering if that has something to do with it too. He is old enough.
She chuckles darkly, kind of one of those dry little, one of those dry little mirthless chuckles.
Have you ever met a kid in an RPG you just want to double barrel shotgun it right now just to avoid the...
Well, you do have Junior there.
I'd like to make the comment of, to this elf, because
you are there.
Huh?
You are
there.
Yeah. I'd be like, relax, Sparkle Ears. He's mostly house trained. Just don't touch his slime or compliment his eyes. He gets attached.
Junior looks down at you and one of the heads says, why would you tell her our secrets? And another one says, you idiot, we don't have any secrets. And the third one goes, I like her already. I'd like to take her home.
See?
Be careful, that's the one who eats you.
She smiles up at me.
No, I stopped myself and I'm like, I said something I really shouldn't have said. Damn.
No, that's probably not a good idea. Probably not a good idea. And they're like, but she says, I think it's kind of sweet. You adopted him.
Oh, I didn't adopt him. He is my child. I summoned him
How
to
do
make him my child.
She nods. Well, then you took responsibility for him. She says, looking up at you like that kind of like, yeah, you're up there. So she's just sort of.
No, I've still got the Captain Morgan stance going. By the way.
Of course you do. That actually never left my head.
Yeah, I know.
And
you know what? I'd even say I have a barrel up there just strapped to one of his heads, and I've got my fucking.
Of course you do. Of course you do. To the shock of nobody. So she says, I would. Do you still have? I mean, how do you summon? I mean, you said a few random words. I mean, she's just kind of looking up at you like, how the hell did there's some genuine interest here. The other elves are kind of looking at her like,
I just regard. I don't know. There was a lot of blood, a lot of killing werewolves involved, and I remember I wore one's head as a hat, and then I gestured to my codpiece.
Right, because you still have the werewolf head codpiece. I forgot about that. That's
dude. I'm telling you right now, that was my goal in the whole campaign. I got a werewolf codpiece. I don't care if I die or not. My life is complete.
Because you have a werewolf head covering your cock. Lovely.
Yes.
Lovely. Just lovely. That's really, really, really classy, Really, really classy.
Well, no, technically the girl I married is pregnant, so I didn't use it as protection. But
we can end the session now. I'm just gonna go lie in my bed and think about my life.
Just gonna take a shower. God. Just gonna take a hot shower.
Stand there in the. I need alcohol for that. I may actually go mull wine and go drink to get that thought out of my head. It's fucking terrible.
I need some bleach,
Hey, look, if it makes you feel any better, I have to get this shit out of my system. I haven't been here in a while.
Oh, yay. How fortunate for us. Jeez. So, anyway, so she's like, oh, so it just happened. Looks very surprised by that. That more or less, she says, well, I would, she just kind of looks up and she reaches out and she touches Junior. She puts her hand right on like one of his arms, sort of like this pat, just sort of like this, like, well, I think you're something else, she says with a smile. How does Junior react to that? I mean, he's like perpetually bleeding, and she just like puts her hands like right on him and pats him, like she's patting an elephant or something.
So yeah, she pats him because he doesn't feel pain, right? Because it's
sure.
just how he looks.
Right.
But you ever seen a muscle twitch?
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as she pats it, it just twitches every time she pats it, and like there's a string of blood every time she does that, and he just looks down at her and just goes. They all look at each other and he goes, "Is this a mating ritual? I don't know. Maybe it is." No. Hey, Dad.
Are you telling him whether or not he can attempt to mate with the elf?
I literally say, no. This is the one thing that snaps me out of my Captain Morgan stance, and I go, no, bad, no.
I was like, someone needs to have some talk.
Listen, we'll have the birds and the dragon talk when we get back to the palace.
Add the birds, the bees, and the elves.
Yeah, really. Now remember, Junior, you're bigger than everybody else. So when the time comes, anyway, she kind of chuckles.
Oh God, wait, it's always bleeding. Oh, fuck. Oh shit. That's in my head.
You just arrived at where I was about a half an hour ago. Now I want you to look very carefully and see this and understand that I made sure you got there. Just in case it isn't clear.
I understand, Colonel. I'm sorry, sir.
Fuck you! Good God. Anyway. Good God. So anyway, so we she says she wants to drop by later and hang out with Junior.
All right, all right. So I just like lean down to like Raphael and like anyone else who's listening and just goes, "Okay, listen, we're gonna need some horse intestine, and I'll get the rest of it done." So,
Look, it's your son. You can teach him to wrap it before he taps it.
that's what I said. I need horse intestine.
I will kindly go bleach my eyes out in my tent.
Okay, historical fun fact. You know that's what they were. They were invented in like 2nd BC. Just so you know.
Or dried crocodile turds if you talk to the Egyptians. But now I'm really thinking about stabbing out my eyes with this pencil instead. That way I never have to put up with that.
You can go out and get those. I'm not going to help with that because, like, that's my
No thanks.
responsibility. If it
Oh,
was,
man.
there'd probably be lots of holes, and you'd be calling somebody grandpa.
Your audio's breaking up a little bit, Tasha. It's kind of getting this weird like it sounds underwater for a second and then it's not. I don't know why, but
Basically, what that probably is, it's just interference. Shit
Yeah.
happens.
probably
It is also snowing over here too. So
snowing.
yes, snowing.
Okay. I didn't tell you this, and I know it's recorded, but I didn't tell you this. Take a picture and send it to send it to my wife, please. It's the meanest thing you can do, but I think it's funny.
Let's see if it.
Where you go? Huh? Because it's nowhere near snowing where I'm at. Nowhere near.
Okay.
Not even close. Not even close. It's a terrible thing to ask for, but oh well. I never said I was a good person. Yep. Tasha? Tasha.
I believe she froze for a moment.
I'll have to figure that out because it's still snowing.
Well, just take a picture and send it to her, and don't tell her I told you to do that. Don't
If I-
tell her.
Catch it because it's.
This is buried so deep in the stream she may not see it. But you know, I never claimed to be a good person. Okay, so later on in the evening, you finally get your chance, Raphael, and you go out to the spot just beyond Soda City's wall. And you're out there, and you finally hear a voice. You're like outside the wall, right? So like Soda City is this freaking enormous like walled city that sits on an island in the middle of a lake. The walls come so like there's a small beach around the walls, but then the walls just go straight up. There's like one point of entry into this entire place. They built the harbor inside the city. So like when you're outside, you are outside. You are not like there aren't like normally stragglers. Like when you're out, you're out. So you're out. It's rather quiet, and of course, it's more than a little creepy because it is a massive undead city. And you hear above you to your left, this voice that says, "We wondered if you would show up, and yet here you are."
I think my response would be, I'm here. If you wanted my attention, congrats. But if this ends in possession, I'm billing you for therapy.
There's kind of there's just a little bit of a chuckle to that, a little bit of a wry chuckle as it says, as you hear again above you and to your left. So like you can probably look up and see whatever, like it has a physical location, whatever it is. Says, we thought you would say something like that. what we will show you, and maybe you will be the one who is in need of help after we're done. And down, you hear this this landing noise next to you on the beach, and you look over, and you're looking over at a 6.5 foot tall, rail thin, like just ridiculously thin, skeletally thin even, creature. It's got long black hair that kind of hangs across whatever might have once been a face. Like you're kind of looking at it in the low light, and you realize you probably don't want, like, seeing it in the dark is probably a bit of a mercy. Because like you can tell this thing's pretty, you know. But yet it's moving with this odd grace, and it lands and it says, "We are the remnants of the armies of the Argentum Empire and the Farron territories. We are Legion." It holds up its hand and says, "We are everything that's left of what King Melny betrayed." And one of the voices gets stronger and says, "I am Sir Vincent." Now, that rings a bell for you because you were around for a little while, and Sir Vincent was one of the big shots who was over the Farron army. And you know, like, it's common knowledge that Sir Vincent died when the dragon attacked by charging the dragon. This guy was the real deal. This wasn't kind of the real deal. This was actually a knight who you think would have been capable of taking on a dragon. And he tried, and it didn't work out. And you recognize the voice coming out of this tall, skeletally, freakish thing. And if you I would think you would at the very least be scared shitless. Because that's probably, like, you've seen horrors, but like his voice which is kind and gentle, and in this case very, very, very pissed off,
So let me
is
get
coming
this,
out of this abomination's voice.
So let me get this straight. He
Mhm.
charged the dragon and he died.
Yep.
I charged the dragon and I lived.
Oh, shut up. That's not
Son
even close
of
to the same.
bitch.
Not the same thing. You have a freaking magic. You have a freaking magic sword. No, don't you. Bad, Jesse. Throw
I
things at me.
slit a tendon on a dragon and made it
You have a
crack.
sword that can cut through metal.
It's not my fault he
So
charged.
lich.
It's not my fault he charged like an idiot without the magic god sword.
And everybody who wondered why Legion wants Melny dead now knows. Perfect case has been made. Perfect.
It's like, why do you want to kill him? Well, he's technically just an asshole. That's it. Literally, he's an asshole. That's why we hate
Literally.
him.
So
You are in the seat. Shush. Sorry.
probably
Tasha is.
you said I was afraid, but I think
Oh yeah.
I think I would.
I would think.
I think I'd brush off the afraidness because of the fact that I'd look at him and go, "Legion, huh? Sounds crowded. I hope your house broken." For Vincent, and I pause for a long time for a minute and think on it, making them realize I'm thinking and be like, and this is my, I guess, sassy. Hold on. Annoyed version now. And be like, if I end up with me running into a dragon and dying, I'm haunting you first.
Says, "I wouldn't make. Why do you make light of this? King Melny could have helped us. And instead, he locked the gates and kidnapped. And one of the other voices, like, it's weird. Like, all of a sudden, there's just this sort of like cricking sound as someone like kind of takes over, and another voice which you recognize, who you know survived the attack, says, "He decimated my people, locked the gates, and kept me in prison. These are my people. These are my people. Mine. And he locked them out. He deserves to die for what he's done. He should die. He betrayed thousands of people, my people among them. Don't you crack wise on this."
I think I'd emphasize on trying to stand up for my friend. Because I do have my new belief, and be like, and look at him dead in the eyes in seriousness and be like, look, lock gates, King could have helped, sure. But I wasn't there, so I don't know the facts. I just know when someone smells guilt, and Buddy is strong enough to raise the dead.
His guilt did, says this other voice speaking out. And he says, I was forced to fail my people. And he did that. You can ask him what he did. He locked the gates. I tried to get him to open them. And you want to know what he did? He ignored me. Instead, he threw me in a jail cell while my people burned. Well, we're all together now, and you're telling me that my loyalty, which goes past death, beyond it, you can't tell me that what I have suffered is worth some friendship you have with a mass murdering demon summoner. How dare you? How dare you? I'm here for my people, and you're here defending someone who killed them all. Some Machiavellian scheme that killed many people who didn't have it coming. Wasn't there.
I think I'd be looking at him and go, well, buddy, I can't tell you everything, but I can tell you what I do know about my friend right now. ... And trust me, it's enough to make even ghosts raise a brow.
If that's true, why are you helping him? Another one of the voices kind of takes over, kind of like that, and goes, we begged. The ones at the gate, we begged to be let in. There was no answer. You may not have been there, but we all were. And the thing gets close to you, and it's kind of doing this like, it's much taller than you, and it reaches down, and it's not like trying to hurt you, right? But like it's these long fingers, and you realize that there's like, I don't know, 1, 2, 3. There's like 6 or 7 segments on each of these fingers, and you're looking at the ribs and this is grafted. Someone made this thing, and it reaches down to like put its hands on your shoulders. It stinks. It stinks of rot and flesh, and it says, "We begged, and no one was there. You're gonna ignore us too? You're gonna ignore the fact that when we begged for the one thing which is due to all creatures, life, the gates were closed." That's where this is going.
That's where this is going.
Is that the answer? Sorry, I'm making sure out of character. I'm making sure out of character.
Oh no, I'm thinking. They want. It sounds like they want the king dead, which
Mm-hmm. They do. They want your friend dead, and they're asking you to help them. Do it.
I'd probably. So, I guess I'd probably ask first. I'd probably look at him and tell him that now, Vincent, if I gave away all my friend's secret, use the pity edge of curiosity, and then go, not on my watch. Nobody drags a crown into the dirt while I still breathe. So move or make room.
Okay. All right. It says it backs up. It stops touching you and it backs up, but you can tell it's deeply upset. This thing, this conglomeration of whatever it is very, very, very upset. And it says, "We thought you were different. We thought you cared about the harmony of the world. We thought you actually wanted to help people." Says in a deeply, deeply disappointed voice. Says, we will give you time to think this over. We give you a fortnight, but no more. Your friend killed thousands, and we refuse to stand by and let that we refuse to let that stand. Turns around and starts walking away, and it looks back at you as it's leaving. It's about to jump into the river, like into the lake. Sorry, it's about to jump into the lake. It says, "We were brought back for a purpose. The ground cries out for vengeance against his sin." And you think that what makes you think that the earth won't just swallow your barbarian of a friend up itself? What hypocrisy, it says. And then it jumps into the lake and swims off. Just goes straight down to the bottom, like you watch it like go down into the lake, and then it starts to and then it's gone.
I'd probably make the comment as he's fading away and tell him and be like, the earth can tremble and the gods can rage. I'm done bowing to anything that bleeds or pretends not to.
Well, there that is. We're gonna cut over to King Melny. So you're sitting by your tent, hanging out, drinking. Your son's sitting there,
Man,
and
I've killed thousands. That must be a record.
if I have to go upstairs and get the Dune Messiah speech, I will get it. I've killed more than Hitler. Love that line from that book. That was really sobering. It's like I've killed more people than Hitler. You're like, geez. But anyway, so like you're sitting there, and a couple of the a couple of the older elves are sitting with you, and one of them says to you, Melanie, that the the recruit who was talking to you earlier that day, the female one, her name is Olivia. She they one of them you it's the commanders the commanders of the elven armies rotate out regularly. You've noticed this. They don't keep them there very long. So generally when they send new recruits, they send in a new a, a new commander for the entirety of the army. So like you don't know these particular guys' names yet. They haven't even been really introduced to you yet. So it's a little unusual when before that formal meeting, one of them comes up to you and you realize he's new and you can tell what his rank is and like it's not hard for you to figure out. And he says, "That new recruit, Olivia, did she say anything about herself to you?"
She really, 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 really wanted to explore with my son.
He looks over. The revulsion on his face isn't not even attempted. He's just
Look, don't ask me. I'm not the one who made the decision. She was the one asking. I mean, she is a female, and from what I understand, females are into monsters, but I don't get it myself. Of
yeah.
course, but then I like pat his knee. I like reach back and I pat Junior's knee. It's like right above my head, and I'm just like, I had to talk with him.
This is not the facial expression the elven commander is making. This is just me being disgusted. That's all.
I'm assuming it's the same expression.
No, it's not because the I have no ability to show that level of restraint. But you can tell that it's something similar, but he's not quite as forthcoming about his disgust as I am. He says if you see her, can I ask you to say the following phrase to her and see how she responds? Can I get your promise on that, please?
Sure.
He says, excellent. And he gets really close to you. He puts his hands on your shoulders and he whispers very, very, very quietly. Take note, the both of you, this phrase, like write this down. He says, sorrow, I'm writing it down as I'm saying it. Sorrow is for remembering. Without sorrow, we can't remember. Says if you tell her that and you tell me how she reacts. Can I get your oath as a king that you will tell her those words and that you will mark what she says back?
Of course. I think
Thank
that
you.
I didn't look at Junior, and I look back, and I look back to Junior, I look back to him. I point up to him, and I'm just like, if they hang out later, can he say that or no?
Oh, he can say it. It doesn't matter who says it. I just need it said to her.
Of course. It's like a moment where like I even kind of like look and I'm like, I don't want to think about what he's gonna be saying when they're whatever they're doing. I don't want to think about that.
No. So he walks off and he says, "It is imperative that you do not let her touch him again. It is imperative that she not touch him again. Do you understand? Because until I understand what I think she is, she should be nowhere near that 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 thing."
My son, refer to him correctly.
I cannot, and I will not do it at this time. However, I will try and compensate by telling you what I think, where I think Olivia comes from.
Very well.
There are those of my race who do not see sorrow as a balm upon the soul. They don't see it as a source of strength. They see it as a weakness, and they turn it into something truly, truly ugly. You call them dark elves. We have our own word for them that I won't repeat here.
Oh, like the Prince.
Out of character. Wait, what? Prince? Prince?
Yeah, the Prince. Wasn't he a dark elf?
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. The prince would have been like out of game. The prince would have been a dark elf. So that's a take note for the both of you. There are dark elves who reject grief. So there's another one. So he says, "It is my of those who reject grief, there are some that go farther in their rejection than others and become something truly incalculably evil. And it is my suspicion that Olivia works for one of those organizations, because there are more than a few of them who refuse to do the right thing with their grief."
I will
That's
do
another
this.
take note. Thank you. You have my thanks. He nods and he walks away. And as he walks away, one of Junior's heads asks you, "Olivia is bad?"
I get up and I touch Junior's knee again. Because, I'm used to this by now. So I'm assuming I just have a spot on my pants that's just like a blood smear from wiping every time I do that. I just touch his...
We'll say sure.
I just touch his knee and I just go, "I'm going to find out if she is. If she is, you can eat her."
Ooh, food! All three of them in unison at the same time. Ooh, food!
I just imagine every single person around the campfire is like, "Wait, what the fuck?"
Oh god! Like, who's the food?
Who wants to draw straws?
All right, I think we're going to cut there.
It's like, "Sir, you're the only one that drew a long straw." I know.
Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. Let me pull up the end of. All right, so I'm going to update the history for this locale. We're going to say the dark elves have infiltrated due to elven laxity in recruiting. So that's a piece of y'all can write that down as a bullet point. Another
Repeat that.
take note. Huh?
Repeat that.
The dark elves have infiltrated due to elven laxity in recruiting. Okay, then we're gonna bring up end of session. I need this one, I think. I think this is the one I need. I'm pretty sure this now, but yeah, I'm pretty close. Sorry, I'm pulling up the document for end of session. Oh, because I always forget it. Okay. Where the hell is it? Where the hell is it? Major, nope, that's this chapter for you. Sorry, scrolling. Where did you go? Leave a rolls. Nope, I want that gone. Where the heck did I put it? All right. How's about this? So this is the I can't find it. That's inconvenient. Because I always forget about it. Maybe I can do it here. All right. So what role do you guys feel like you played in that particular piece of history that we just discussed? That, the Dark Elves have infiltrated. What do you guys think you did as far as contributing to that? I go find.
I gave my kingly promise to repeat the phrase to the one that he believes is an infiltrator.
Right. All right, cool. There's your bullet point on that. What about you, Raphael?
Oh, I mean, I think I did my job. Plus, pissed
How
off.
so? So, let's see, your promise to repeat the phrase. Okay. All right, Raphael. What did you say your role was in that particular piece of history?
For
The Dark Elf infiltration.
Oh, the Dark Elf infiltration. The last one we wrote down.
Yeah.
What was my what?
What sort of part? Well, did you contribute to that at all? And if you did, how did you do so?
Well, well, they infiltrated, right? Right.
Yeah, no, they're right. There are now Dark Elves in Soda City. I'm saying that out of game, this is now a thing. The Dark
Yeah.
Elves are now here.
I would probably. I think I'd help. I probably would have saw them or got word of.
I mean, they.
Are we talking help them get into the city?
For instance, Melanie promised to repeat that phrase to see if Olivia was actually a Dark Elf. So that's kind of the thing that he said he would do. You were trying to you're trying to calm the elves down. So you were talking to them,
Maybe learn something in passing by keeping them calm and keeping their morales up, because elves tend to talk when they're content.
Ah, I like that. Okay. Okay, so now as far as y'all's goals go, because you both made goals, Melanie's was to figure out the new recruits. I would say you kind of started to accomplish that at least a little bit, because You figured out that some of them might actually be traitors. I mean, I think that counts. That's a bullet point for you. Jesse, if you're gonna die, at least turn on the camera so I can watch you die. Thank you.
I'm gonna deny that request.
Come
I mean,
on. What the hell? If you're gonna die, at least have the decency to do it on camera.
No, because what I'm gonna do because I'll just make it worse. I'll be coughing and dying, and then I'll salute you and just be like, "Pleasure, Colonel."
I would be fine with those being your dying words. You'd be dead. I don't see any problems with this. This sounds great.
Have you ever seen Robot Chicken? You ever seen the fucking Star Wars
Oh,
sketch
yeah.
where Jar Jar just comes back as a Force ghost? I just be like, "Hey Nathan, Misa on sparkly glow." I just appear behind you as a Force ghost. That'd be
Lots
great.
of exorcists coming to my house, let me tell you. All right, so why don't you write down a bullet point about how you think you fulfilled your goal? I'm writing down how I think you did it. Raphael, you did actually fulfill your goal. Like you actually did get them to relax somewhat. Be friends with some of the new elves and found a traitor. And then so that's a bullet point for the both of you. So let's write those down really quick. Raphael. Recruits. Down. Okay. And then when you guys are done with that, we're going to do beliefs. And then. Sorry, say it again.
You said write it down. You said, then you muttered Raphael.
I'm sorry, one more time? That's where it's at.
Write it
Breaking
down?
up. Still breaking up. Uh-oh.
Write them down.
Write down how you think you addressed your goal. Once you're done with that, we'll go through all the beliefs and we'll do all that. Four battered sheets.
Okay.
All right, Raphael, your first belief. No God or fate has the right to break what a friend's love protects. The heavens test my friend, then I'll stand tall and test the heavens right back. I mean, you definitely you definitely cause problems with that. You definitely cause problems with that belief because you cause problems for yourself actually.
Oh. I had to stand up for my friend.
Yeah, Melanie stood up I'm just writing down Melanie stood up. Raphael stood up for King Melanie to a conglomerated body of his victims.
And Melanie was just back at the fucking campsite going, I wonder if I could kill 1,000 more. This is why we want him to die!
Take facts, because I don't know, I know some of it, but I don't know all of it. It's not my place.
See, that's why I like Raphael. We're friends. He just doesn't know the extent of my genocide.
Nope.
Or the extent of the other extent of the other genocide I want to do.
Melanie, your first belief is I observed the dragon obliterate the armies in every situation and always twist it to your own ends. Do you think that came up in this particular light?
Personally, no.
Okay, all right. We skip. We go back to Raphael to ensure the reckoning. Sorry, to endure the reckoning. Walk. I can't even read my own writing anymore. To walk in harmony. The Watchers see all.
Yes.
Do you think that? How do you think that came up?
Well, I mean, yeah, walk in harmony for sure amongst, the chaos.
I mean, yeah, you were trying to calm everybody. Yeah, you were
And
definitely
they're
trying to like
watching the
do that.
Watchers all because they saw the fight between the elves and the zombies, but I also think they saw the unforeseen part of the conversation of all these beings trying to kill the king.
To defend. Okay, yeah, to defend the king's reputation. Which would, destroy Harmony if he died. Reputation from Legion. I like that. Okay. Even though he doesn't deserve it at all. All right, Melanie, I brought my abomination into this world. I must stick by him.
Yes, that came up plenty.
Oh, yes, it did. Because Olivia was trying to make use of him, and you were trying to protect him.
Oh, I wasn't trying. I was protecting him. I told him if she's dangerous, you eat her, not the other thing, the food way. Yes.
Yes, the food way. And Melanie taught him better. All right. Third and last belief for Raphael, which I got. We may be powerless to stop the chaos, but we can still give it meaning. To witness is to honor the unseen so they don't fight alone. You went against that hard fucking core. I'm sorry, but you fucking did.
I had to.
I know. It was great.
It's a give and take, and I thought that was the best way to go against this round, and I wanted to do it justice.
Okay, all right. So you get two. So you've gotten 2 fate points so far. So each one of your answers so far, and then in case you're not tracking Jesse, you've gotten 1 fate point so far. So far, you've gotten 2 fate points. Tasha, Jesse's gotten 1. So for each of these like little things, you guys should be recording bullet points. You should be going, hey, I got my fate point for this, or I got my fate point for that. For going against the belief, you get 2 bullet points and 2 fate and 2 bullet points and 2 fate points. So Raphael, you're currently at 8 fate points in total. So you get one of the bullet points is what you did, and the second one is why you did it. So, like the first one is, so like I'm going to write here in standing for Melanie, Raphael stood against his unseen victims. That's what I'm writing. I mean, I'm allowed to have my opinions. Obviously, you may write whatever you wish. And then the second one would be why you did that. And part of it has to do with the fact that you're loyal to your friends to the point of spitting in God's faces. So, like, so those are 2 different bullet points for you. Okay. And now we're going to, so that puts you at 8 fate. Raphael, Melanie's currently at 5. So the last one is I will stand by my sword. I will stand against the Watchers if need be.
I'd say that that never really came up.
Okay, all right. That's something that we can get into a little bit more next time then. And then we got you guys didn't inflict any conditions on each other. After the beliefs are examined, each player makes a case for how they feel they role played their traits and conditions. The one who makes the best case according to the Weaver, that's me, gets 3 fate points. So this is something that like the two of you make your case for why you think you role played really well, and I'm going to pick one of you to give 3 fate points to. So go for it. Let the bloodbath begin.
You're first, Jess.
I'm
All
gonna
in
go.
spelling.
Well, I was actually just gonna say. I think technically, I was gonna actually say Raphael did better than I did this time.
Oh, come on. Argue for yourself. Don't you do this nice crap.
Why do you think
You
I did?
killed thousands. Yeah.
Well, personally, it's because most of my stuff was just about Junior, and we had a sex talk. I think yours actually kind of put the campaign forward.
It's not about putting the campaign forward. It's about who role played the best, who actually pushed their traits forward really well, their traits and conditions and all of that.
I mean, personally, if you really wanted me to make an argument for myself, I would say I did roleplay really heavily into the caring father act I have for Junior. By technicality, I did. I also technically played the guy who is a massive asshole, and these people are justified for wanting me dead, even though my friend doesn't understand that yet.
Okay, all right. Raphael, make Tasha, make your case.
Sass, annoyed, and I also played in most of my beliefs, and I also went against one of them in comedy.
In comedy.
I hate this because one of the things that always drives me nuts about playing with the 3 of you, because Credo's not here to say this too, is that every time this particular reward comes up, it's like, but you all did such a freaking good job, and I love all 3 of you for it. So I think if I had to pick, I'm kind of sitting here and trying to parse it out. And I think one of the things that that I've really started to enjoy about how to put it. So on the one hand, I really enjoyed what Tasha did because, oh my dear goodness, because Tasha's just awesome at this. I also really enjoy the thing that's sticking out to me right now as I go over it in my head is that Jesse is more or less there's this odd sinister twist which has been happening with Melanie, but it's really starting to happen with Melanie. He's and I really like how that's going. I really like how there's this gradual thing where we're just slowly but surely getting more and more and more uncomfortable with this character being alive.
Well, just to let
and
you know,
not being punished.
I was just going to let you know, if you haven't figured it out yet, you remember how I said his name is Malviente?
Yeah.
Machiavelli.
Yeah, of course. Of course. So those are kind of the 2 things going through my head right now. On the one hand, I really, really enjoyed what Tasha was doing, and on the other hand, Jesse's just slowly advancing this quietly sinister character into something even more unquietly sinister. So like I hate this because I love you. I love both performances. I feel like if anything, um, if it wasn't for the fact that Melanie was doing such a good job in this particular case, I wouldn't have been hit as hard by what Raphael was doing because Melanie has clearly become an evil, scheming thing right underneath his friend's nose, and Raphael sticking with him makes that other performance stick out at me more. Does that make any sense at all, or do I just sound totally unreasonable? Am I just being totally...
No, it makes sense. Trust me.
Well, you're getting the fate. I'm asking the person that might not get it. That like I feel like I'm trying to make sure I don't like trying to make sure it sounds sane. Um, like there's this odd, quiet, creepy undertone that Jesse's starting to push little bit by little bit that was there before, but it feels different now. There's a different edge on it. And I feel like that really came out this particular session. And that's why I'm wanting to give it to him, because he was kind of advancing this thing is advancing further, and it's kind of it gives me the ickies. I don't know. What do you think, Tasha? Does that make any sense at all, or am I just totally...
Sense.
Huh?
Does that make sense?
It makes sense, but I don't know. I hate this. We're gonna come back to that. I may wind up flipping a coin because I just might.
Honestly,
I hate it.
coin because like in trying to be biased, right? We both did good.
Sure.
Like, we did the
Oh, yeah.
side. I pushed the story along, like he said, but at the same
Right.
time, with the three of us, and I agree with your dynamic there. With the three of us, it's so hard because we each bring to the table different things.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
It's different in
it's good.
session because I swear we switch off. He's got the sinister side. I've got the haha loyalty side.
Right.
Where
Yeah,
we
yeah,
all
yeah.
between like he's got the okay, I'm serious, I'm gonna protect my friends, and it's okay, I'm gonna go chop these guys' head off today.
Right, right. No, I mean absolutely. Absolutely. That doesn't help me. I just want you to know that didn't help me at all. That just didn't help me. There's no it just didn't.
In some aspects you need to make a mechanic where it's like you kind of split the fate, I think, in this aspect.
Oh, I kind of like that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I kind of like that.
Because then it's okay.
Change that.
Well, it's a tough decision because I like this standing out, but I like this too. Okay, why don't we just split the fate? Because I mean, I think that should be added in because, especially if
that's not a bad idea. Yeah.
Nope.
Yep. I like that. So what we're gonna do, you both get one fate, and everyone is going through the books like that's not in the book. Well, yeah, you're right, because I'm having a hard time making up my mind. And then we're just gonna flip a coin for the other one because I just refuse. Here's a coin. I found it. Here's a quarter. Somebody call it. Heads or tails. Somebody. I don't care who.
Heads.
Okay, heads. Jesse's called heads. Is that even? Okay. I grabbed a really, really awkward coin for determining heads or tails. This is the tails. You can see that it looks like heads. What have I done? What the hell? However, when you flip the coin over, okay, Tasha gets Tasha gets the second one. She's at 10 fate. Jesse's
god-
at 6.
The gods have spoken. It's fine.
The gods have spoken. It's fine.
You should have just
Okay.
let Tasha roll on a 1d6. We could have gone with that.
Let's see.
Because you know what I would have done? I would have been like, okay, I'm going 3 to 6. Or I'm going
Right.
4 to 6.
Well, that's just so weird. Like I pick it up, I'm like, this looks like heads. It's like Amelia Earhart, I think. I can't even really make it out. I think it's Amelia Earhart. Anyway, so we got that. All right, so next week I won't be able to play because I got family coming over, but the weekend after that should be fine. So I'm going to get off because I have a bit more of the kitchen to clean, and it's midnight. So it was really
Yay.
great playing with everybody. This was a nice opening up to to our third book. Melanie, I don't see this going well. Just saying. I don't know if this is going to go well for anybody. But anyway,
Just understand this. I am following the art of war. To confuse your enemies, you must confuse yourself. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I'm gonna use it.
yep, y'all heard it first. This is apparently great strategy.
I don't
I'll
know
talk to you guys later.
I don't know what's going on, but I'll figure it out later.
Later.
See you guys.
See you later.